What's happening, guys? I'm Curtis, and you're watching Left Foot First. Alright guys, this is going to be a pretty short episode. I only have like 2 evenings to work this week because we just got back from the lake. So I made this little list here. We're going to be working on the front suspension now. We got the rear all kind of dialed in, so we'll see what we can do up front. Before we get started though, we have to pull the spindles apart. We did one just to see what was underneath. We got to pull, you know, the brake caliper and the brake disc and stuff off. Take a look, make sure nothing's damaged. It also makes them way easier to move around because it takes off like 20 pounds of weight. So we'll do that, and then we can start mocking things up with them. While we rip them apart, we're also going to measure the ball joint holes. I can't find any specs on what ball joints go into these Crown Vics that we got the spindles off of. So I'm just going to measure them. All we're really looking for is taper and big end diameter. And I'll show you guys how to do that. It's pretty easy. And then yeah, it's just going to be setting the rear ride height, mocking up the front, and then hopefully taking some measurements and getting started on our suspension program. That'll give us like our instant centers and whatnot, and see where we need to make the mounts for the inner mounts for the lower control. You know what? We'll just start at the spindle. Let's go.
I wonder what went wrong today, eh? Why do I feel like I linger between the words to say, eh? To say the words to remember. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all.
Alright, so I'm sure I went over this when we got the spindles, but these are off of a Crown Vic we just found in the junkyard. They're pretty scummy, but they should still work. If nothing else, they're all pretty common parts, so if we need to rebuild them or whatever, we can do that pretty easy. But I can't find anything on the ball joint specs for these cars. Lower ball joint, upper ball joint, front tie rod for steering. Can't find anything, so we're gonna have to just measure these up and then find one that fits. To measure a ball joint hole, you need calipers, a piece of paper, and a scientific calculator. So all we're gonna do is measure our diameter on the big end. So this is 0.55 and a bit. 0.57. Say 0.57 inches. Write her down. And then flip it over and measure the small end. The small end on this one is the exact same as the big end. Maybe these are straight tapers. Weird. Well, that sucks. I had really good intentions for this episode, and I went to go measure the ball joint holes on the spindles, and I discovered that they are straight taper ball joints. So a standard ball joint, the actual shaft of the ball joint that goes in here, has like a 7° or 10° taper on it, and that holds it solid in there so that there's no play in it. But on these aluminum knuckles, and I should have clued into this when we were taking them off the car, they have a little like aggressively tapered well in the top. I don't know if you guys can really see that or not. So that little well, there's a washer that fits in there that has that matching taper. And then the actual ball joint shaft is straight. So these holes are straight. They're like 1/2 inch on one end, 1/2 inch on the other. So I'd need a 1/2 inch straight taper ball joint with a cone on the top of it. And the only people that I can find that make ball joints like that are factory replacement ball joints from like Moog and AC Delco. And those ball joints have a press in on the other end. So I would have to build press in sleeves and then mount my control arms off of those pressed in sleeves. So it's a bit of a pain, and I'm not really sure I want to go through that hassle right now. So, so unfortunately that's the end of the episode. This is going to be an incredibly short one. I see I have 2 options that I can think of right now. One of which is, you know, work a little harder and find a ball joint that works in here, whether it be using those factory replacements and getting some press-in sleeves, or finding some weird aftermarket solution that'll allow me to run them with like a screw-in ball joint sleeve like this. I picked these up. These would go in your lower control arm, and your ball joint would screw into these. Away you go. So that's option number 1. Option number 2 is just take these spindles and throw them right in the garbage and go back to the junkyard and hopefully find something with a steel knuckle that I can get, you know, a standard ball joint to fit into. Problem with that is that I got to maintain the same brake size or similar brake size. I can't go any bigger. I have to maintain the same bolt pattern, things like that, because they have to fit into the wheels that we have already purchased, thinking that we're going to run these knuckles. So that's a bit of a pain. But long story short, we got to do something. So unfortunately, we got to end the episode there. I'm sorry, guys. It's been a couple weeks of not a lot of progress on the car, but that's kind of the hand we were dealt on this one. So we'll pick it up next week, and we might just put the front suspension on hold and jump back onto like the tunnel or something, so that we can at least get some progress made. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.